Hello everybody, I'm going to be doing a little video on how I make my infused oils. You can do these oils with all sorts of, different ingredients that you have. As I've said before, I'm a avid gardener, so all throughout the summer I am growing, flowers for my garden, flowers for the bees, but also flowers that I can then dry and use after the growing season is over, and I can make my oils out of them or cook with them. Depends on what they are. So here I have some calendula. This is a little bit over a cup of dried calendula flowers. Now it's very important that you dry everything, because when you're making these oils, if anything is not thoroughly dried, what you'll have is some fungal growth, or bacteria can start growing in your oil. So you definitely want to dry everything as thoroughly as possible. So here I have an example of a calendula flower that I just picked not that long ago, and you can see it's like not very dry. This definitely needs to dry. I would say I'm gonna give that like at least another week, and then I'll check it. Now if I go through here, this is like so crusty that it's gonna break up, right? That's how you know. That's how you know that it is ready. If you're not sure, just wait a little bit longer. I know, this takes patience, but that's why we grow during the summer, and when we're stuck in the house and it's chilly, this is what we do during our cooler months. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make calendula mixed with some lavender, and I also grow all my own lavender, and I use that for a variety of different things. You can make satchels with them to put in your pillowcase or put in your drawer, for your clothing. Last year I made a lot of lavender oil, and I didn't strain this because I actually used olive oil, and olive oil has its own scent. So I left those in simply because I didn't want to have any of that olive oil scent come through. So there's that. Now today I'm going to be using jojoba oil, and I like this because this is actually great for even your face. You can use it you can use it on your face. It absorbs really quickly. It's not going to leave you greasy or anything like that. So that's what I'm going to be using today, and it has no scent at all, which is actually why I'm adding the lavender to the calendula, because without it you would have a nice smell. Calendula does have a very earthy smell, but I did want to add a little something just because I know this carrier oil is not going to give me any scent whatsoever. Now, if you're using something like coconut oil, which you can, or almond oil, those have their own scents. So you might not want to mix the lavender into it, but that's completely up to you if you want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I measured all this out already. Now, if you're making a quart like that, or a jar like this rather, you are going to need quite a bit of oil, and you also need quite a bit of these calendula. Now, if you don't grow your own, it is possible to order that offline. Amazon, I think, has it, but you want to make sure that you're really paying attention to where you're getting these flowers from. Personally, I do not use chemicals in my garden whatsoever. I don't use herbicides, pesticides, anything like that. So I know where these ingredients are coming from. And since I'm putting it on my face or on my body, it is very important that you understand and that you research where you are getting these flowers from if they are not from your own garden. So you do need a lot of them. You need to have, again, a good amount, because we're going to be infusing this oil naturally using the sunlight. There are other methods, but this is easy for me, and I find that it's the easiest, and it's also super effective. So what we're going to do is really quickly, I'm just going to add this. This is going to be quite simple, actually, to do. Just get it down in there. Make sure it's filled up, it's packed really nice. And then we're just going to add the oil. And you want to fill it up almost really to the top, because you want everything to be submerged. And then if you need to, you just, poke around in there. You want everything to be clean. You want clean hands. You want clean utensils. You want definitely clean drawers. And then because I also can food, I luckily have these around. And then you're just going to twist it on. We're going to tighten that as soon as I get off camera. I'm going to tighten that. And we're going to put it in a sunny windowsill. And it should be ready to use in about 4 weeks. But you might want to leave it a little bit longer if you're not getting a ton of sun. You should try to shake this and agitate it every day. If you have the time. If not, just let it go a little bit longer if you could. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.